Hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins and it's Thursday night, which means it's One Sheet Wonder night. Tonight I am going to be using the Perennial Lavender 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. This will be the last One Sheet Wonder using this beautiful paper pack this month. It is part of my featured Stamp Camp at Home Card Club kit. And you have until the 22nd to subscribe in order to get this month's kit. It features this gorgeous Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper and some more goodies as well. If you would like to know more about my Stamp Camp at Home Card Club kit, under the video it says show more. Click on that and there will be a link to the blog post that talks about my club. So tonight we are going to be creating 4 cards from one 12 by 12 sheet. They will be 2 cards the same, so you're going to create 2 cards twice, so 4 cards total, 2 different designs. So let's change the camera and get started. Hey, I'm glad you caught me live. Can somebody just on the comments say, yep, we can hear you, everything looks good? Because I've been known to go live thinking I was live and I wasn't. So this is that gorgeous Perennial Lavender Designer Series paper. It is, if you're a purple girl, you're gonna love this pack because the purples in this pack are beautiful. It's got that Highland Heather and that gorgeous grape mixed with a little crumb cake. The Lost Lagoon green. There's a little shaded spruce. It goes perfect with white. It is just stunning. Beautiful paper. All good. Thank you so much. This is the print I'm going to be using tonight. Let me get this out of my way. The bundles that coordinate with this paper are the Painted Lavender bundle. It is a stamp set with coordinating dies. Now this bundle will be in the annual catalog, but it will no longer be bundled. So you will save 10% if you purchase it in the month of April. In the new catalog, they're separated. The paper, I mistakenly said last week that the paper was done as in April. That is wrong. Sorry for that. It is in the new annual catalog. The Perennial Postage Bundle. This is where I got my sentiments from and then the dies to cut them out. The dies are carrying over into the new catalog. This Perennial Postage stamp set is not. You will save 10% if you purchase this bundle in April, but this will be done after April. So just to keep that in mind. So now we're going to take this gorgeous 12 by 12 print and we're going to cut the whole thing up. So we're going to start and cut it at 6 inches. So basically it's 6 and 6. We're going to turn this and cut it at 6 inches. So I have a piece that is 6 by 6. I just want to make sure that this is a true 6 by 6. Sometimes you have just that slightest little bit. That was pretty tiny. And then this one we're going to cut at 4 inches. Let me grab my glasses here. 4 inches. And then we're going to cut these at 5 1/8. So 5 1/8, 5 1/8. And then we have this piece left over here, which I'm going to cut in half, which is about 7/8 of an inch. And then we have this strip here, which I'm going to cut at 5 1/2. So we have 2 that are 2 inches by 5 1/2. Tonight we do have a little waste. It's this piece right here. I'm not going to do anything with it. If you want to save it, you may save it. All right, so the first 2 cards I said are the same, and then the second 2 cards are the same. So we're going to work with the first 6 by 6 pieces. You're going to have card base that is 4¼ by 11. And I went with 2 different colors because I'll let you choose which color base that you prefer. But instead of doing them identical, I'm going to switch things up. We're going to score this at 4¼ and at 5½. And we're going to do that to both of these. 4¼ and 5½. Now, you may recognize this type of a fold. It is a bookbinding fold, but we're going to do a bookbinding pop-up card. So it's a bit different. First I fold it in half, and then we're going to fold on that 4¼ inch. So I'll do the same to both of them. We'll do both at the same time. So folded that in half, and then we're going to fold back on that folded part. So far so good. Bookbinding, we're going to adhere that, and it's going to be open like so, but first we're going to make the pop-out mechanism. So we're going to take both of these 6 by 6 pieces, and we're going to fold it in half. Probably would be better this way so I can see what I'm doing. Fold it in half. I think I'll know more when I get it together, but I'm thinking I want this side. Fold it in half. So we got that. Now we're going to fold it in half this way. Okay. Then we're going to fold it in half point to point. Now, you may recognize this fold as a graduation hat fold. I've done many of them. I want to get this just right. And I'm sure you will be seeing a card, graduation card, with this fun fold soon. So now where those points go, let's see, I want this. I might have to fold this the other way. Is that the way I want it? Yes, that's the way I want it. I'm determining which side I want when it pops open to be. So where you with the diagonal folds, you're going to fold them up to the center, and then it's kind of like a little frog mouth. But you can see where that would make a graduation hat. You put a tassel here and it opens like so. Stay tuned. There's graduations are coming. Okay, so there's that one. We're going to do the same with this one. Fold it in half. And fold it in half the other way. And then you want to fold on the diagonal. All right. So that means I want it to go like this. backwards. I could do it that way, but I prefer to have the green on the inside. And we will get that nice and scored. So we're going like this. All right. So there's our pop-out pieces. Now we're going to come back to those two pieces that we cut 4 by 5 and 1/8. Bringing in our trimmer here. I'm going to do them both at the same time, and we're going to cut off 1 1/8 strip from both of them off the top. Line up here. So 1 1/8. And I will keep my print together. Okay, so now we're going to come in to our card. Now, bookbinding can go like this, but tonight we're going to go like this. All right? So first thing I'm going to do is close up where it's bound so it opens like this. So I'm going to take my print and attach that like so. So instead of it being horizontally done, we're going to do it vertically. And then this piece. Goes like that. We're going to take one of our pop-up mechanisms. The reason why I wanted the green to pop up inside is you can see it's directional paper. So if I have it like that, it's going to kind of be going in all different directions. So this way, it's a little bit nicer. And you'll see that when I get the mechanism in here. So I'm going to place it in there because I want it to pop up like this, because that's how my card's going to open up. So I'm going to keep it folded nicely. Kind of center it in there, sides, top, and bottom. It fits just perfectly. I'm going to put my adhesive on all 4 sides. And then I'm just going to sides, top, bottom. Looks good. Close it like so. So it's attached now to the top, so all we need to do is fold it close. Do the same thing. Put your adhesive. If you want to use liquid adhesive, you can do that. And then close it up. So now when you open it, it's a pop-up like so. So I'm going to do the other one and then we'll decorate these up. Alright, so close up my binding here. If you had a pattern that wasn't directional, you could do one horizontally and one vertically. Oh, I suppose well, no, because this piece is going to be upside down. I could, nope, that's sideways too. Alright, that's why we're going to do them both vertically. And I could have went with this print on the front. But I thought instead of pulling out the purples, we'll try it with the Lost Lagoon. And I think that looks pretty as well. So if you're not all about purple, this is a beautiful green to put with it. So just like that. Coming in with our pop-up mechanism. So I'm going to center that in there. Put my adhesive on. I gotta make sure it's gonna pop up in the right direction. Okay, so center, center. Close it up. Open. Adhesive, adhesive. And there we have our pop-up on that one. All right, so for the inside, we'll do this one first. I have a couple options here. For the outside, I took that Perennial postage die cut a piece of white, stamped the big hugs from the Perennial postage stamp set, and I'm just gonna layer that up on some Gorgeous Grape, some Highland Heather, and we'll put that on the front here. And then I took one of the butterflies from the Butterfly Accents, and I used the blending brush with the inks to color my butterfly, and we'll stick that. I'm thinking that will be kind of pretty on the front, so let's get that assembled. You have many, many, many options of how you would like to decorate your cards. And I'm not going to pop it up because we already kind of got a pop feel with that inside pop-up. So I'm just going to center that on the front. I might pop up my butterfly. I really don't need to though. I think I'm just going to liquid glue him on. It looks difficult. I would say the trickiest part is folding up that pop-up. But once you get that, it's pretty easy. And I'm just doing little dots randomly all over my butterfly, which will be plenty good. And then I'll probably come in with some of those fine purple fine shimmer gems. Let's see. I think I want one on the butterfly. And then maybe we'll just put some little ones around for the front. And then for the inside, I took the Stylish Shapes dies. I took the square and I cut a piece of basic white. And then I used the painted lavender stamp set. I took this and did it with the shaded spruce ink. And then I did these with the Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape, and then I die cut those out and popped them on top. Well, I just glued them over the top. I didn't want any pop-up. And then I just stamped that little butterfly image in there. So that is going to go in the top part up here. So you can decorate your insides with the stamps, however you want to do it. So I'm going to put that right like that. And then I think for the bottom, I'm going to bring in that Gorgeous Grape, and then I just have a white for you to write a sentiment, stamp a sentiment, whatever you want to put on there. You could also, if you didn't want to do the Gorgeous Grape, well, that's a small one. You could just do a white, and these are all die cut from the Stylish Shapes dies. So I like that too. It gives you a little bit more space for writing. What do you think? What do you think? This? or just the white? Let me know and I'll come back to that. We'll go on to this one. So for this one, I'm going to keep with the Lost Lagoon cardstock. So I just die cut with that Perennial postage on basic white, and then stamped with the Lost Lagoon ink, and then the little butterflies are with the gorgeous Grape or Highland Heather, one of the two. I think it's Highland Heather. And then I just cut a piece of the Lost Lagoon cardstock, and we'll stick that right on the front. Instead of bringing the butterfly on the front, we're just going to bring the sentiment on the front. So I will adhere that. Like so. And then we're just going to attach it right to the front. White, just white. Okay. So we did that. And then I'm going to come in with those gems again, and we'll just kind of put them all over. And I think another thing I'm going to do is I pulled this out because I thought maybe we could use this white twine. I don't have these cards finished, so I really don't know how they're going to turn out. So we could tie this around and put a couple loops around at the top with a bow, but I think what I'm going to do, take my scissors, double the thread, and just create a double bow. And I normally have all this stuff done ahead of time, but I didn't know if I was going to do this or not. So, and we'll just stick that. I think that will be cute. Grab a glue dot. Where's the end? Here we go. Way up there. Grab a glue dot. We'll put it kind of in the corner. We gotta cut this loop away here. And then I'll just kind of trim them. I kind of like them to be a little wild and all over the place. Like that. Could also put, we could have instead put a white, that would have been pretty too. The possibilities are endless. Okay, for the inside, I have a piece of the Lost Lagoon, and then I'm just going to put a butterfly on it. Don't need that. So let me go ahead and attach that. I'm not going to color them. I'm going to leave it white. And I see there's a gold string. I don't know where that came from. On there. And this is going to go in like that. So I'm going to just put it down like that. And that's going to go up here. And then down here, I think I'm just going to go with the mat. Like so. Could have double butterflied. I don't know. There's so many options. I guess it depends if you have a lot to say. You might want that full-size envelope, or not envelope, full-size square, instead of just the smaller white square. You could also take another piece of the designer series paper from another, maybe you got scraps left over, and kind of carry that over into it. I mean, there's lots that you can do for that. But that's that one. Now this one will finish up. Everybody said white. So we're gonna forget the purple and we're gonna just put the white. That does give a little bit more writing space. Like that. I like the purple. So there's the, ta-da! Cute. So there's the first two cards. They're a bookbinding pop-up card, and they will lay flat once they've been in the envelope for a while. Crease your pop-up really well. You should have no problem with those. All right, where's my pieces? We have these two pieces left. So the quickest and easiest way, I'm going to do white bases for these instead of colored. That way I don't have to put a piece of white on the inside because the inside is already white when you use a white card base. I could have went and easily just took this and added a strip and then, you know, typical same old, same old. So I thought, okay, I'm going to switch things up a tad. And I brought in the scallop contour dies, and I'm going to use this scalloped edge right here. Now these are on the retired list and they are on sale, so they are marked down. I just checked before I went live and they're still available. So if you haven't gotten these yet, these were a favorite of mine. I love those scalloped borders and the scalloped edge. Love it. So what I did was I took that scalloped edge and I did it with the Gorgeous Grape and the Highland Heather. And just that little bit different just makes the card prettier, I should say. I mean, that would be pretty, but just adding that intricate little edge makes all the difference. So we're going to go ahead and attach those. So you can make it as close to the edge of the scallop as you like, giving more edge purple on the side. It's really however you want to do it. That looks pretty good. And then I did switch it up and I got the, instead of doing it all in Gorgeous Grape, I did bring in that Highland Heather. Again, with this one, maybe I'll have a little bit less purple showing on the side here. And then you can go ahead and just add those to your card fronts. You can leave white, you can butt it all the way to the side. I'm going to leave a bit of white showing. I kind of like that. So like that. Oh, looks like I am out. Let me, I'll just grab my liquid glue because we're about done. So let's see, this one, do I want it thicker on top? Wider space? Maybe. I'll put a little bit wider so you can see kind of a difference. Let's see, did that looks good. So now I'm going to take on this one where I left the wider edge, I'm going to take that white twine and I'm going to just wrap it around, and I am going through the inside. That should be good. And that should be good. And I am going to tie it up towards the top. So I'm just going to make sure that I have enough string. That should be good. And I'm going to come down probably about 1.5 inches, I think. And I'm going to tie a knot. And then I tie a bow. Like so. All right, we can trim up those a little bit, but I kind of like them long. And then for sentiments, I got a few different ones here. You could go like that. If we could even go a little bit bigger. That seems too big. That would work. That just seems a little big too. I think I like this one better. I can put that right up to that bow so it looks like it was tied in the corner. It's kind of hard to see with it being white. Put my adhesive on there. Now this sentiment is from the Perennial Postage. The butterflies are from the Painted Lavender. So I'm going to pop that up, I think. So just use those leftover strips. Add a little scallop border and you got a whole cute little look. So put that like that. Different. Come in with the gems. Oh. Like so. I could have moved it over a little bit. It does look a little crooked. Let's see if I can get it up. Oop. That wasn't good. Alright, we're going to leave it like it is. We are going to leave it like it is, and I'll do a little glue repair here. No one will ever know, except for you guys. All right, so for this one, I think I'm going to come in with maybe a little bit bigger because I'm not going to do the string this time. That's the same. I do have a littler square. I think I like the bigger with this one. Let's see. And that's with the Highland Heather. Yep, I like that better. So we're going to attach those. So really some quick and easy cards tonight using that whole 12 by 12. Except for, I guess I did have that little section that I threw away. Close enough. All right, so we're going to put that up here. Do we want to go up higher? Down here? Maybe here? Just like that. Come in with these jewels. Like so. Cute. Okay, then I have those strips. Remember that from the front? Those can go right at the bottom. To decorate your insides. Like that. We'll put this one in that one. And this, my friends, completes our cards for tonight. Those are some quick one-sheet wonders. One 12 by 12 sheet, 4 beautiful cards, 2 fun fold, 2 very simple basic cards. So again, your pop-up, these are your bookbinding pop-up. So kind of cool. And then your 2 could be basic, but we added that little scallop border, which I think really makes it pop and not so plain. But that is it for tonight. If you need any supplies, under the video it says show more or more. Click on that and there's a link to the supplies that I used tonight. Click on any of those links. It will bring you to my online store. Do appreciate any and all orders. If you are new to my YouTube channel, make sure that you like, share, thumbs up, click on that bell in the upper right hand corner so you always know when I go live. That is it for tonight. Thanks for stopping by.